Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. So it's time for your weekly collective reading. Yeah, that's about weekly that I do these now. So I'll say that, your weekly collective reading. If you have somebody on your mind, love-wise, go ahead and think about that person now. We're going to start off with the romance angels. I used to use the romance angels all the time on this channel, but haven't like in a while. So we're going to go ahead and play with the oracle cards a little bit more today, I think, to see what they have to say, what messages they have for you regarding love and your person of interest if you have one. If you were drawn to the channel and you don't have a person of interest, well, there's likely still a message here for you since you are on the channel and there are no accidents. However, just take what resonates and forget what doesn't. It's a community reading for the collective, and we're going to get started. So let's just go ahead and focus on whatever we want to know, or open up for whatever messages want to come through. For the viewers, please, Spirit, what do they need to know in love? What's going on in their situations, or what do they need to know? We've got engagement. Oh, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Well, that's good to know. Got an engagement, huh? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Interesting. It's good. It's a good card to start off with. So wherever you're at, if you're single, then this is meaning that you're going to meet someone. If you're dating, this is meaning you're going to go steady or make it exclusive. This could mean if you are in a relationship, you're getting engaged, moving in together, but however that applies to your situation, your love life is moving forward, it's moving up, it's ascending, it's taking a step up to a higher level of commitment, which is good. I like to see that. So let's see, what else can we get? Said I wanted to play with the oracle cards a little bit. Some of the lesser used ones. We'll set this over to the side. Tell us more, Spirit. What other messages need to come through for the viewers about engagement? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Some of you have had to kiss a lot of frogs. You've had to kiss a lot of frogs. Maybe you're in the process of kissing a lot of frogs. Maybe you're on dating apps, or you are just looking for someone, or somebody in your life has been behaving like a frog. Also, I'm getting somebody has been friend zoned because they're not attractive enough. You might want to take another look at that person because they're not the frog that you think they are, metaphorically speaking, however you want to say it. That's not going to be for everyone, but I'm going to say it because it's coming out. Also, somebody is perhaps having a 3 life path or being born on a day that reduces to 3. I'm also being drawn to the very beautiful eyes on both of them. So you and your soulmate or person of interest could have similar colored eyes, maybe even that shade. Doesn't have to be, but that is coming out. So this is a card about intimacy. And in my pick a card reading that I just uploaded today, what your person's intentions are, check it out if you haven't already, if you feel drawn to. I did talk about intimacy in one of the groups, about how sometimes it's how intimacy issues is not always that you are running away from something. Sometimes it is that you're running towards the wrong something. So somebody need to hear that. It's like for the love life to move forward, to move to the next level, you need to see beneath the surface of yourself and of another in order to value what's truly there, to not overlook something that might be right there, right in front of you, but you're not noticing for whatever reason. And what might that reason be? Let's get another card from this deck. This is such a cute and pretty deck. I really like this deck. One more card from this deck. Snow White Purity. Number one, somebody could have a one life path. So, an ungrounded, unstable home environment, ungrounded, unstable, even abusive past relationship or family situation. That is what's coming through. So I asked a moment ago, like, what could be causing one to overlook, you know, potential suitors for reasons that are not serving them, like for shallow reasons, or just not being able to be valued by someone. Maybe this is your person. They're not being able to value you appropriately, fit it, like apply it how it fits and resonates. But if this is your reading, it won't be confusing. You'll know, you'll have a feeling about what it's talking about here. Snow White was, you know, rejected and had to go on the run, basically, be a fugitive from her evil stepmother, because her evil stepmother was jealous of her beauty, jealous of her, just flat out didn't like her, right? So she had to find a family elsewhere in an unlikely place with a bunch of little men, right? So she found a home with the dwarves. It's an unlikely place for a princess to find a home. That's where she found her family. That's where she found love. Some of you are, I'm hearing, looking for love in all the wrong places. That country song, that old country song, that's a good song. Looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of the one I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I bless the day I discover another heart looking for love. So that was channeled because I don't walk around thinking that song and knowing those lyrics verbatim, like just every day. I haven't even heard that song in a really long time, and it reminds me of that movie Urban Cowboy, and that's kind of an interesting, I don't know how that fits in and reflects this reading and story, but okay. Looking for love in all the wrong places, huh? Yeah, okay, I guess they both did that. Both Bud and Sissy, when they went their separate ways because they couldn't get along, they start looking for love in all the wrong places. And that didn't turn out for them. So maybe that's happening here. If you or your person have split and you're both trying to find someone else or going off with someone else, looking for love, just know that that's not likely to work out. That, you know, if you're searching, this person is searching for you and other people, like you're searching for traces of your soulmate in other people, when in reality it might be the place that you least expect. So that's the most I'm going to say about that right now, until we get some more information. So let's get some more. I'm going to use the Romantic Fairies deck. Sometimes you just have to accept that something is not right for you, that it's wrong for you, even unhealthy for you, and you have to go, you know, to an unlikely place to find love in unlikely places. And that might be talking about your person of interest, if you have one, or it might be talking about your life in general, friends and family included. But again, just take it how it resonates and forget what doesn't resonate. I'm reading for a lot of different people, and I'm not going to keep saying that. But I know sometimes people get confused or whatever. Again, if it's confusing, then maybe it's not your reading. Check out the playlist link down below for a different reading, or get a private reading. That's always the best way to look into your particular specific situation, and my contact information is down below, as well as you can go on Keen and get 5 minutes for $1, I want to say. Yeah, 5 minutes for $1 from me or from somebody else, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to go ahead and get you a card here. I want some more clarification here. We've got engagement, frog prince, Snow White. What are the other messages the viewer needs to know about their love life right now? We've got memento, a gift from someone special. Okay. I hope it's not a poison apple. I hope people are on the up and up around you guys. It's kind of what I'm feeling. Somebody needs to kind of watch their back. I think others of you have left that sort of a situation in the past and you're better off. If you're doubting that, you did the right thing. people that were supposed to have your back, or, you know, who acted like they cared or wanted to give you something, they really didn't. And so you're better off without them. But also for the rest of you, the memento is going along with the engagement card. So that's more validation for those of you who are in a relationship, that likely you will be receiving flowers or even an engagement ring from your person of interest or from somebody here. Okay? A memento, a gift. So receiving some sort of a gift. We like gifts. Gifts are good. Let's get another card from this deck. What else do they need to know? We've got divine timing, a serendipitous event. Okay. So it looks like you're going to meet somebody in divine timing or come back together with somebody, whatever the case may be, in divine timing. It will happen unexpectedly. Opposites attract is at the bottom of the deck, and falling in love is here as well, I feel guided to say. Also, we've got friends underneath there, time apart, and marriage. We've got some material attachment as well. It's in quality time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm twin flame connection. I'm just being drawn to take these. Friend zoned. So, because they just go along with what I'm feeling. It's putting cards to what I'm already thinking and feeling. So, start from the back here. Unexpected connection. So that goes along with me saying with the Frog Prince that there could be somebody around you or somebody in your future that is different from what you would have expected. Different from what you would expect yourself to be attracted to. There's something about that coming through. So be on the lookout for that. Also, if you are in a relationship and you're wondering, you know, are you really that different? Yeah, you're opposites, but opposites attract. It could just be, you know, talking about that. We also got friendly support. Fairies, guides, and friends give aid. So you are being guided to the right person, and for some of you it is a friend. It is a friend or somebody that starts off as a friend, somebody that friend zoned you, or vice versa, you friend zoned them. This is somebody that's going to be, you know, more than a lover. They're going to be a friend as well. And if that's not the case, or not your regular usual pattern, then expect that to happen. That your relationships, romantically speaking, will have a friendship basis in them, and that you're being guided. Let your friends help you. Your true friends, right? Not the ones that give poison apples, but your true friends. Don't be afraid to hurt somebody's feelings or be a little bit picky to make sure that you have people around you and in your life who support you and have your best interests at heart. Okay? There's that. We have time apart that came out right on top of that. A time of separation. So I feel like somebody is, with the divine timing card here, waiting for somebody else, and in the meantime they have people around them who would be a better match for them. Also, I'm getting that you have a choice in love. You can be with the person on your mind, but also there's somebody else. There's another choice coming in for you if they're not already there. And that this happened if you're in separation. Now I'm talking to the people who are in separation from their person. That is happening for a reason, and that time apart was not an accident, and it was meant to help you to develop in certain ways already talked about in the reading, about healing intimacy issues, healing family issues, removing yourself from situations that don't serve you, becoming more discerning, embracing your more sensitive side, your purity as well is what I'm getting, just to become more truly you and to get back to that. Okay, so even though it's hurtful, it's like time apart has allowed all of these things to kind of happen. It's the bridge of incidents to your twin flame connection. You know this soul that mirrors your own, and we saw that here. So I really feel like the people who resonated with me talking about the eyes and the eyes being similar, maybe if not similar colors, there's just a way of recognizing yourself and somebody else. If you truly have done that, then we're talking about your twin flame and there being a recognition that's mutual between the both of you. If you have not had that, and if you honestly know that you have not, maybe you wanted to have that with someone or have dealt with a false twin. Sorry, I had to a false twin. I get to talking real fast and my tongue gets twisted. So false twin, if that's what you're dealing with, first of all, consider that that's the case. If not, consider if that's the case, or just be aware of that exists in order to avoid it. And your twin flame is coming in divine timing, which is just another term for deep soulmate connection. Someone with whom you've shared many lifetimes. I know there's technically the definition depends on who you're asking, and that's a loaded term, twin flame, but for me it's just a very, very special, deep, profound relationship that doesn't always mean that you, and in fact, let's just be real, it very rarely means that you're meant to be with that person romantically in this life. If, and that's a big if, you incarnated with this person, and they really are a twin flame, then their purpose is to get you more in touch with your true essence, and to often do that by engaging you in confusing relationships that profoundly impact you, but then result in separation. Because the answer to all of everything is you, plain and simple. And so they get you back to yourself being, technically, and if you subscribe to that definition, the other half of your soul. But everybody's you pushed out. But it is a special, deep connection. And it's profound, but it's not always meant to be like, forever. That's where we've got let go of the past. Clear your energy to allow more love into your life. So if somebody's definitely needing to hear this, you need to let go of the past. Some of you are spending a lot of time looking at old pictures or mementos from somebody that you have let go of, or they have let go of you. With the friend zone card, lack of passion in the companionship. Maybe there just was a lack of passion. It was one-sided. One cared more than the other. Or again, this is someone in your sphere that you are friend zoning that you shouldn't be, because this could be the one. But regardless of friend zone, for some of you, and there are a few, very few, who are watching who are in legitimate twin flame relationships, who are here for a legitimate twin flame divine counterpart, that friend zoning situation will apply, and you started off as friends, but you're falling in love. Sudden feelings about this, sudden feelings that this is the one. So suddenly there is this, and suddenly it happened to me right in front of my face, and I just can't deny it. Another song. Been so many times, you seem to be the one, but all you ever wanted was to have a little fun. Now you've come along and lightened up my world, and now I admit I feel it. I'm a special kind of girl. Suddenly you've come along, and the way I feel about you can't be wrong. Okay, so somebody's having a recognition of this. If it's not you, then because you've already had the recognition, then it's your person. And for those people, we've got marriage, wedding bells are ringing. So remember engagement, remember memento. For a good group of you who are watching, I'm so happy for you that you will be marrying your soulmate. You will be marrying your twin flame. Very few of you, but I'm going to say it because that's what we're getting. Wedding bells are ringing. Some of you are already engaged, you're already married to this person, or you're already on path to that and you already know that. Others of you, it's a little more complicated. But relationships tend to be complicated, but for another group of you, I've got so many people coming through here because lots of different people watch. That's why I'm reading for lots of different scenarios. Material attachment, too much focus on visible trappings. Okay, so too much focus on the surface. So again, somebody could have less money than what you would have liked. Somebody could just not be as cool as you would have liked. They might not be as handsome or as pretty as you would have liked. Guess what? The universe is about to teach you a lesson. Guess what? I'm hearing your twin flame is about to teach you a lesson. Because even if this... Okay, so some of you... do you know that movie? Gosh, with Natalie Portman. It's like 20 years old. And she has a baby in the Walmart. I forget the name of it. She names it Windy. Well, she wants to name it Windy, W-I-N-D-Y. She thinks it's clever, and then like this older man tells her, you know, basically bestows wisdom on her. That child's going to have to go through the world with that name for the rest of their life. It's a frivolous name. Give them, you know, give them a solid name. So I think she names the child like America or something. But anyway, my point is that Natalie Portman is attracted to the bad boy type. Meanwhile, she's got this friend that she's completely sleeping on, aka she's ignoring, she's not taking seriously, he's in love with her. So she's focused on the wrong things, not material attachment necessarily, but somebody here is focusing on the wrong things. Some of you are focusing on superficial things, like on the card, you know. It's okay to like nice things, want nice things or whatever, but if it's not working for you, it's not working for you. If it's not giving you the love that you want and deserve, then it's not. That's not the right path. What you need is quality time, love language, quality time. Be the witness to each other's lives. Somebody's going to hold space for you, show up for you, be a witness to your life and vice versa. Not just be, you know, all show or anything like that. If somebody is incapable, like somebody's dealing with somebody that's really incapable of giving you what you want. They have analysis paralysis, they could have mental health issues, they could just be as healthy as can be, except for when it comes to intimacy and relationships. And when I talked about intimacy issues, we're really talking about this person. Especially if you're somebody that likes to go out and have fun in a friends group, and you know this person through a friends group. I'm getting like, if any of you have Mercury in Cancer or strong Cancerian placements in particular, then I'm talking to you. If the rest of what I've said up to this point or whatever, like, yeah, I'm talking to you. If it's made sense to you, I'm talking to you because in this sense, at least, and in this part of the reading, you know, your person, you're really connected and emotionally, you're fun and joyful. And if you're not, that's what you're meant to be. That's your essence. That's like who you are. And this other person is not that. I'm getting Libra and Cancer. Like she's the Cancer and he's the Libra. And emotionally closed off Libra. I'm hearing Jules' song. What is... I don't remember the title, sorry. The lyrics coming through about... maybe it wasn't Jewel, but anyway, fashionably sensitive but too cool to care. Some Libras, particularly like the narcissistic ones, they have those traits strongly from what I've seen, and I've seen it a lot, that they know how to go through the motions of being traditional, romantic, a cool guy, a cool girl, to do, say, and be the right things in the right way to the right people to win like approval or admiration, but in reality they're just like a blank slate. And that's sad for them, but you are a very joyful person. So whoever that's for, it's just saying you in particular deserve somebody that's going to give you the true quality time. Because they're out at a party together and she's coming, just look at their body language. Maybe she's trying to engage him in conversation by showing him this book, trying to be a little deeper perhaps, or make some sort of a connection, and he's looking at his watch and like side-eyeing her. This is not good enough. This is an example, okay? This is good enough. He's leaning in, they're making contact, they have relaxed body posture, making good eye contact, out in nature. They're having a picnic, it's just the two of them. You know, they're dressed down, they're not like, these two look like they're going to the opera or something. There's a time and place for everything, but what this is saying is this is the kind of relationship that's better for you. That's the picture your guides want to see you in. This picture, okay? That is interesting. Okay. All right. Anything else? They've got a lot to say to you guys. If the reading is resonating, please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help me to come back and do more readings for you, as well as helps others who can benefit from the reading to find it too. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. Another message for the viewer, what they need to know about this situation, their love life, this reading. We've got the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Okay, so something's going to come to a head. At the bottom of the deck, we've got full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. So somebody can write that on their mirror, write it down in their notebook, write it in their phone so you can look at it every day. Make it a screensaver. You are good enough. The energy is gaining momentum. And we've also got your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So somebody could have a moon in Taurus. Don't have to, but you need to have a practical plan going forward. That's interesting. I think you know what, for a lot of you, what that's saying is got emotions are running high as well. This is talking about this material attachment. Because Taurus is an earth sign energy, and it can be a particularly materialistic sign. I know because I have a bunch of them in my family. I just know because I pay attention to these things, and to me it's obvious. Like, not always. They're very down to earth when they're in their lighter attributes. When they're in their shadow attributes, they're the opposite of that. They're more materialistic, and I feel like that's why this came out, to kind of confirm and have us elaborate a little bit more on the material attachment. Like, your dreams need a practical plan. So some of you are like, well, you know, emotions are running high, but they don't pay the bills, right? We need somebody that has money and has a practical plan for their future and stuff, and things need to make sense on paper. But your guide said what they said. Okay, they said what they said. You can have that, but manifest it along with, you know, with quality time. Manifest it along with somebody that's going to lean in, care about your life. Not just pretend to care about your life, not just go through the motions of being the charming paramour or suitor, but actually gives a shit about you. You know, actually interacts with you on a daily basis in the way that is healthy and good and balanced for both of you, that feels good for both of you, and makes you feel important because you are important. Makes you feel good because you are good enough. Okay, you're better than that. You're better than good. You are great. So that is what your guides are coming through with saying in this. And I feel like it's an important message for everybody in general, no matter what. But I mean, I guess it makes sense coming out on this channel or a similar channel, just because people are looking for love in all the wrong places, like you said in the beginning. Or, you know, if everything was hunky-dory, they wouldn't be looking for guidance. Usually happy couples don't come to me for guidance. It's the ones that need answers, the ones that are struggling, so at least a little bit, or have questions. So I feel like this is why this reading, you know, is counseling you so much. And also, we are just asking, you know, what your guides want you to know about your love life. So, I mean, your guides are your higher self. They're a higher version of you, and they see things you don't see. So this is what they're coming through with. Let's get some more messages. Exactly. Can't make it up. Guide. They are your guides. They're here to guide you. So they're going to tell you things, you know, like an older brother, sister, respected elder would do. Maybe some of you have like passed over family members that are coming through to help you with this, to give you this guidance today as well. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, we've got release. But those sort of lanterns are released in some cultures, and sometimes to represent like passed over loved ones. So yeah, so somebody's loved one is coming through and giving you this guidance. So what else does the viewer need to know about their love life, please? We got settling. We got compromise at the bottom of the deck, and shadow work as well. So somebody that you're with, or somebody that you want, you know, would actually be settling. So raise your standards. You can have better. If you really have your heart set on a particular person, align with the version of them that's better than they are now. the one that's going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, the one that's going to give you that quality time, hold space for you, care about your life, be invested in you, invest in you, right? Make you a priority. Otherwise, you're just settling. Saying compromise is good. Maybe some of you don't want to settle, don't want to compromise and settle for someone that, you know, isn't everything you want them to be. So maybe if you want a wealthy person or a very attractive person, somebody that, you know, I mean, you just want them for whatever reason, they're asking you to do some shadow work regarding that. It's like, where is that stemming from really? That desire and the kind of traits and qualities that you're looking for in a person, or the type of person that you're interested in. Why are you interested in them? Like, what can be the flip side of that? There are good reasons perhaps that you are interested in what you're interested in, or attracted to what you're attracted to, but some of that is coming from your unconscious mind, and it's rooted in something that you need to take a look at, shine some light on, to make sure that it's really what you want. So that you're not attracting something from your unconscious mind. Attract instead from your conscious mind. You are the God of your reality. You decide what's good enough for you and what you deserve. And make it really good, because you can have anything and be anything that you want and have anyone that you want, but have the best version of them. Don't settle. Okay? And sometimes that looks different than what you consciously think, because you just don't know any better, and you know better by looking into your shadows, doing your shadow work, asking yourself the tough questions. And just really defining and refining, you know, why am I attracted to this type of person? What does it mean? What am I hoping to get out of it? What wound in me is it potentially speaking to or stemming from? And how can I heal that? Let's get another one. The answer is no. So if you guys came here, some of you are involved with a person that you're feeling like, okay, if when I'm talking about shadow work, your automatic thought was that this is talking about your person of interest. For some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, they're saying no. This person's not doing their shadow work. They're numbing themselves. They don't have the regrets that they should. They're not embodying their divine masculine, their divine feminine energy. So manifest them to do their shadow work if that's what you believe they need to do. I know shadow work is something other readers talk about too. Some of you already know this word and maybe have already had thoughts about it. But they're saying, you know, no. I feel like both of you need to do shadow work, though. Some of you are saying that, no, you have done, you know, your shadow work, or you're doing it. But another way to do shadow work is to focus on your dreams. Like, on your vision, on your daydreams, on the things that you want to see. Use your imagination to imagine the scenarios that really are worthy of you. The scenarios that are fun. I'm hearing fun. The scenarios where you feel alive, you feel vital, you feel loved, you feel enriched, you feel whole, you feel healed, you feel complete. That's another way to do shadow work. Shadow work doesn't always mean, nor should it in my opinion, this is just my opinion, focusing on everything that's wrong, or the dark side, or the past, or the things that, like, you know, our fears or insecurities and where those came from. Yeah, you can make a pit stop in those areas just long enough to say, you know, shadow work is like if you're driving a car through a really bad part of town. Okay? You don't want to hang out there. You can pass through if you're curious and you feel like there's something that you need to gain, and for some and many that's the case. There's something beneficial that will come from it because it's coming out in the reading, but you do want to just keep it moving. Don't get out of the car, okay? Don't even, you know, if you stop at a stoplight, keep the doors locked and don't make eye contact with anybody around you, okay? In other words, observe the work that may still need to be done in those areas in your shadows and your unconscious that are unhealed, but then focus on your dreams. That's how you do shadow work. You know, I think people are confused about that. but imagining what you want, counting your blessings, making an appreciation, gratitude list every day, raising your vibration in that way. It's amazing how much that raises your vibration. Writing and saying affirmations, amazing how much that makes you positive, makes you feel your true essence is positive. To be empowered fully, you need to feel positive. You need to be positive and in alignment with your dreams, with your goals, with the things that you want, the things that you desire. That's what you deserve. That's what you should be focused on. That is another way to do shadow work. Because when you're facing the sun, the shadows fall behind you. See, observer. Be the observer to your shadows. Don't stop and get out of the car and like participate in them and make it worse, you know. Observe and heal. Observe, learn, and heal from it, and then keep it moving. Okay? So let's get some messages from your person of interest. If you have a person of interest, a few messages. Excuse me. I need a break. I need a break from seeing and communicating with you so I can find myself again. So yeah, that's what I was saying before. If you're in separation from someone on a cosmic level, it needed to happen so that you guys could find yourself again. That's exactly what I said before. And maybe that's more literal for some of you whose person's actually said that to them or whose person has left the connection. And then we've got, if I turn into a clam by shutting down when you're around, it's because I don't want to open up to you. Somebody being unawakened, unaware, unwilling to show themselves. Unwilling to open up, unwilling to share. And you deserve somebody who is. I only really care about my own wants, needs, and desires. Yours not so much. Exactly. So we need to leave the phony dude behind that has the nice Rolex watch or whatever, just metaphorically speaking. They don't have to technically have that. Just if they're not giving you what you deserve, if they're being selfish, if they're only really focusing on their own needs and wants and desires and not yours so much, then they're the absolute opposite of what you deserve. And it's time you face that, okay? I'm just keeping it real. If you're feeling sensitive and I sound harsh, go ahead and click off the reading. I understand. No harm, no foul. It's fine. You know, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. But if this is your reading, then I feel like nothing I'm saying is surprising you. And if it isn't your reading, then you can disregard it and be like, hey, I'm going to go about my day doing what the hell I want anyways, because it's my life and I can do that. But if it is resonating with you in any kind of way, there's likely a reason that you're listening to this reading right now, and you need to take these messages and make the most of them. So I intend that you do that. I intend that you take these messages, you apply them to your life in a way that gives you exactly what you want and more and better, okay? So what else would this person would say for the majority who are watching? We had that one dude that was here, what do you call it? The friend that's in the shadows, or the person you haven't met yet. Or maybe even for an odd few of you, somebody that you are involved in a relationship with or you're headed down the aisle with, because we did see that subsect, that portion of the audience does have someone that they are going to marry. Remember I said very, very, very few of you, it will be a twin flame, but there are a few of you that are going to marry somebody that is good for you. That is good for you. That is who you want to be with, that you already feel like is your divine counterpart. What does that person want to say? Knight of Cups, it could be a water sign. Scorpio or Libra, so the light side of Libra. I'm willing to go all out to win your love and affection because I want a romance that ends with happily ever after. So this is a dreamy individual, poetic type individual. You know, maybe you don't know that yet, or maybe this is someone new, but this is who's coming through for you. Is talking about love, affection, they want happily ever after as well. They want that too. Like if you want that, they want that too. Even if you don't want that, they want that. And they're willing to work for it. They're willing to go, as they say, all out to win your love and affection. And then we've got, don't worry about me. I can bear my own burdens plus yours too. So this is somebody that, for whatever reason, thinks that you might worry about them. We've got the bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. Yeah, I'm just waiting. So Give me a second here. Water signs, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, I know that. But this is more Libra energy as well as Sagittarius and Scorpio. Okay, so anyway, for my own information and for those who might benefit from that knowledge, you're so cute. I find myself getting shy around you. Oh, and what you did for me was very sweet. Okay? So maybe this is somebody that's younger than you, less mature than you, or somebody that has been in a one-down position that you've had to help out before. Especially if you worked with this person or work with them. But even if you don't technically work with them, it's like you helped them out with some burden that they had. And they're grateful for that. And they think it's very sweet. But I feel like that has to do with, it's kind of answering, you know, why would you think that this person, why would they think that you would worry about them not being able maybe to handle you or to handle a situation or the burdens or something? They're saying that they can. Maybe it's because they are a Page of Cups, regardless of age, regardless of sex, you know, regardless of gender. They are, maybe they're the ones that's so cute, maybe, you know, they say that they get shy. Maybe they're a shy type, so you're like, well, I don't know if they can handle me, or if they're ready for me, or if they're the right person for me. I mean, not everybody wants to be with a shy person or a quiet person or a younger person or anything like that. Page of Cups is kind of silly, you know, kind of sweet, kind of clueless sometimes, right? Picking up on female Cancerian vibes again. Not all of you guys, hashtag not all Cancers, but somebody out there knows I'm telling the truth. Oh, and what you did for me is so sweet. Okay. Also got at the bottom of the deck, the way you can persuade anyone into anything must be like magic. So I've got my magicians, my witches, my light workers who are watching, people who know how to consciously manifest like a Jedi. Hello. Yeah. This person feels like you're very persuasive. If you are manifesting this person consciously, they can feel that. Probably when you manifest them, they're going to tell you that they kept thinking about you for no reason, that maybe it was even annoying at times how often they would think about you, or how often things would remind them of you. They're getting signs and synchronicities about you. So keep that up. But make sure you're manifesting the best version of them, the ideal version of them for you, right? Not the old version who hurt you, if that was the case. Let's get another message from this person, please. What would they say to the viewer if they had no filter? If they could say something, what would they say? I feel like you intuitively know how I feel better than I do. Your psychic skills fascinate me. So your psychic skills fascinate me. And you're at a distance, and I'm wondering how you are. I couldn't dream of a better partner for me than you. You're the world to me. And for those who are dealing with the divine masculine, if I'm stern with you, it's only because it's my duty to protect us both from harm. But that could be for anyone dealing with a stern person that they feel is divine masculine energy. This is magician energy, so Gemini, Virgo. We've got some Aries energy. We've got some Aquarius energy. Person dreaming of, I couldn't dream of a better partner for me than you. You're the world to me. You're at a distance from me, and I'm wondering how you are. So that's Sun in Aries, especially for those in separation. We've got Cancerian and Pisces energy with I feel like you intuitively know how I feel better than I do. Your psychic skills fascinate me. And that comes right after I was talking about this person getting signs about you, experiencing dreams, synchronicities, just seeing things around town or in their, you know, general environment that remind them of you, getting those kind of psychic hits about you. So that's validation for that. I think, is there anything else? I'm being drawn to this deck again. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I might get one more card, like a card from the tarot deck, but I think I'm going to wrap it up soon here. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. That's always the best way to look into your specific situation. We've got Elizabeth Gilbert, To be fully seen by somebody then, and to be loved anyhow. This is a human offering that can border on the miraculous. Exactly. So it's so important to be your true self, be loved and accepted for your true self, and vice versa, for the other person to be able to be their true selves, and so you can love and accept them for who they truly are. It's like if everyone is always putting on a show or putting their best foot forward, or, you know, putting like on an act or whatnot. Where is that narcissistic card at? It would just be like a narcissist to hide when they're being called out. Yeah, less of this, more of this, to be fully seen, right? Just like we saw in this card over here. These two are like opposites. Material attachment, too much focus on the wrong things, versus quality time, being a witness to each other's lives. To be fully seen by somebody then, and to be loved anyhow. This is a human offering that can border on the miraculous. If you want a miracle, let that happen. Fall in love with somebody's true personality of who they really are, not who you want them to be. And allow them, even more difficult sometimes, a lot of times from my experience, is to allow them to see you and love you for who you really are. That is a miracle. Okay. So now I've gone and made a huge mess, but you know what? Sometimes you just have to make a mess. And that's okay. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I've got for you. I did say I would pull a card for you here real quick. Let's do that. I'm going to use the Mystical Medleys because it's a cute deck. I feel like this reading is kind of heavy, so maybe I'll listen to it back and it will sound less heavy than I think that it sounds. But just in case, we're going to use this fun deck and get an outcome card. So the big message from Spirit, that Spirit wants you to know. And you know what? I'm going to do something different. This is going to be kind of fun. This is bothering me. Okay, let's get this out of the way. I'm like, let me just be wild and crazy. It reminds me of a Virgo relative that came over to my place once, and she put her coat on the stove, and she's like, I'm being wild and crazy. And it felt very contrived because she's very controlled. So I knew that she was just doing that to like make a point that she could be wild and crazy. So that's kind of how I felt in that moment. By the way, don't put your coat on the stove. That's dangerous, right? Anyway, I'm going to pull 3 outcome cards, and I'm going to let you guys choose. Okay, since we have so many different groups who are watching, so many different people who are watching this, and different people are resonating with different parts of the reading. And so we're going to get you 3, I'm going to get 3 cards for the future outcome and the big message from Spirit to kind of narrow things down and give a more specific message to the different groups who are watching, okay? Let's see how this goes. So just give me a moment. So for the, let's see, Spirit, so for 1/3 of the audience for whom this reading is for, what is the outcome? So what's going to happen in their love life? What do they need to know? Okay. All right. I'm just going to grab this little heart quartz and put it there, okay? And then we're going to do it for a second part of the audience, second group of the audience. So for others who are watching, what's the outcome for them? It'll be similar, probably. I don't know. It's just one reading, right? It's a collective, but let's see what it does. What's the outcome for these others? Okay, and you'll get this one. There we go. And last but not least, for the final 1/3 of the audience who are watching, what's their outcome in love? Pause the video if you need more time. These are your groups, guys. These are your outcomes. So you would have had to make it to the end of the reading to enjoy an actual pick a card, but this is your present for doing that, okay? So let's get started. Move these off to the side. So if you chose the heart-shaped crystal quartz, the outcome for you guys, dun dun dun, Three of Swords. So if you're in a split or separation, you can expect that split or separation to unfortunately continue. If you are together with someone or in some sort of situationship, then it looks like, I'm sorry to say, there's going to be a breakup. It could be a mean little callous exchange, but it is going to be something that I feel like you're going to get over fairly quickly, as long as you just don't lose your head and you remain cool, because I just feel like it's gonna sting, but it's not gonna end you. It's not gonna be like a devastating heartbreak, like the most devastating heartbreak you've ever been through, thankfully. But unfortunately, there is no sugarcoating the Three of Swords. This is a bad spot for this card. So if you can, try to sidestep any kind of a blow-up argument or anything like that. There might be some sort of a painful surprise or mean little breakup in your future. And we might have to get you advice on that. And okay, for those of you who chose the Fool's Gold, what is what is going to be your outcome? Nine of Wands. And I saw Nine of Wands earlier, so I really felt like this one wanted to come out. So it's kind of being in a holding pattern here. Some of you have been waiting. I never recommend waiting. Live your life. Do your thing. Enjoy yourself. Some of you are at the end of your rope with the situation. See how he's looking back at the Three of Swords. So like these two portions of the audience are very closely linked. I see going forward, like maybe this is the group who chose this stone. You're taking my advice and you're hitting pause so that there's not a callous little breakup, and that's probably wise. Others of you, this is just saying that you're on the brink. It's a painful, exhausting way to feel. Maybe this person, again, some of you are really dealing with somebody who is not supportive or just not there at all, not trying, not invested in your emotional needs. But if they are doing that, if they're taking action on this connection and they're supporting you, then yes, definitely stay with this person and keep going. But if you're the only one holding on in this situation, if they're not putting in that effort no matter what, and you're still hanging on in spite of very little encouragement or support, just remember to take good care of you. It always comes back to you. You guys need to do that, especially because it appears like you're the only ones that are doing that. And don't do it for much longer. Somebody, you deserve love and you're not getting it in this situation. So going forward, though, it feels like you will be, unfortunately, in a tough spot. So both of these are tough energies, not gonna lie. So hopefully the last portion of the group of the reading will be better. I don't know. Let's feel it out. So what is it? Seven of Wands. Okay. Cool. Whatever. It's been like that for a lot of people. You guys just depressed because of the winter? Is that what it is? Like half the world, it's winter and it sucks. And because that's the energy that it's been lately. The Seven of Wands, it's just talking about, it is better than these two, because it's just talking about, stepping back, but, just calming down, basically. Like the Nine of Wands is more your people that associate or resonate more with the Nine of Wands are people who are further along in the degeneration of the relationship. Like they're really at the end of their ropes, like really, really badly at the end of the rope. Seven of Wands, you're not quite there yet, but you're also not being yourself as much as you should be. So everyone needs to drop the act and breathe and calm down. Remember that you guys shouldn't be adversaries in any way, shape, or form. Like anybody in your love life needs to be a friend. Remember the messages earlier about being friends first, and letting friendship be the foundation of your relationship. And if you don't get to know somebody as a friend first, you don't really know who they are. And you can't really love somebody that you don't really know who they are. In a spiritual agape way. arguably you can, but when it comes to romance and in the 3D sense, it's not really happening. Like, it's not a way to love someone. So you have to know who they really are. This is saying that in order to do that, there needs to be less defensiveness. So if you're being defensive, maybe be less defensive, and that will be an invitation to that person to be less defensive also. And they're just trying to get their needs met the same way that you are, okay? Can mean too, for those of you, especially the very odd few that I talked about, the lucky few in this group, in this reading, who are watching, that are going to get married to their person, who are going to settle down, who are already settling down with their soulmate, with their twin flame. This is saying that you guys are going to team up against any fights that you come up against. Like, you're going to team up. So you're going to fight the good fight against anybody who's going to try to come up against this relationship or give you a hard time in life. Any of life's difficult obstacles, you know, you guys are going to, it's just going to make your bond stronger and make you bond together in a more positive way. Okay? But that's for the minority. The rest of you need to take the advice that was given, and I feel like I need to pull you an advice card from my manifestation deck just because of the nature of the last 3 cards. So this will be for everyone who's watching. What is the advice to help the collective in their love journeys, please? What's the advice to help the collective get what they want in love, get what they deserve in love? So many of them appear not to be doing that. So how do they do that? What do they need to know? How do they get in alignment with the love they deserve? I'm hearing truly, madly, deeply. Yes, truly, madly, deeply. How do they get in alignment with that? We've got flamingo. Okay. Enjoying friends. Oh, yeah. Somebody's in your friends group or will be in your friends group who is the one. Look out for that. Balance in chaos. Dealing with your emotions. There's no way around it. The best way to make your emotions, especially the difficult ones, go away and leave you alone is to just accept them. They're there. I see you. And then that's it, right? And then they go. Let them bubble up and disappear, trying to repress them in any way, shape, or form like somebody's person is doing. That's not going to help anything, okay? No, people do that from time to time. It's natural, but that can't be your main way of dealing with your emotions. So deal with your emotions, master your energy and vibration. If you're doing that, keep doing that, okay? Enjoy your friends. Find the balance in the chaos. There's some chaos going on, but you can find balance, and you should find balance in that. There is a way. Life is like not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the storm. See, that's a good, that might be a platitude or whatever, but it's a good one because it makes sense and it's the truth. Beliefs come true. This was at the bottom of the deck and it wanted attention. Your beliefs create your reality. So a belief is what? A belief is just thoughts we keep on thinking. So change your thoughts. Do it over and over again. Rewire your brain. Do what it takes. Obviously, based on the outcomes, it needs to be done. Your belief creates your reality. Recognize and change emotions. Reprogram subconscious mind. So the way to change your emotions is to change your thoughts and your beliefs. And that is something you do have control over. You always have the choice to choose a better feeling thought about anything. I challenge you to do that, okay? I challenge you to do that. That's how you make things happen. That's how you make the magic happen. That's how you allow miracles to happen in your life. This is what I've got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button and subscribe and hit the bell to notify you when I upload my next video. It should be a pick a card the next time I upload, and I just uploaded a pick a card today, so check that out if you haven't already. And I appreciate you guys. Again, if you'd like that private reading, contact information is down below, and you take care.